Mad Hatter's Tea Party. I didn't put that because I didn't want too many Alice in Wonderland lookalikes. But just to make one yourself. I've cheated because of coming by plane, so I asked Peter to make me one. This may not be a good ruse, actually, because knowing Peter, I will probably have the most strange thing on my head of a lot of you. So, but I thought, right, Peter is ready with the camera and he's going to take some pictures. If before we come and serve you all would like to put your hats on, and then you can keep them as long as you've had a photo taken, you can dispense if you want. So it's hats. And then if you can move with your hats. Tea party is back. The courts of justice and cards out of the pack. Trust in me. I'm not easily led. What will be is not easily read. Suddenly, tweedledum, tweedledee, lunacy, celebrity, caterpillar on a mushroom, digging the sea. My chair is wondering just where he's been. Off with her head, screams the Red Queen. Mad Hatter's Tea Party is back. The courts of justice, cards out of the pack. Humpty Dumpty's an omelette, little substance, big old star. The cat is vanished, leaving just a smile. Morris and the carpenter, playing with my fears. Third the mouse swimming in a sea of tears. Am I dreaming? The jurors are just passing, shuffled in my head. The judges in a silly wig, rolled in white and red. If this isn't a nightmare, I wish I were in bed. Mad Hatter's Tea Party is back. The courts of justice, the cards out of the pack. What frightens me is the real world again and again. Makes the crazy wonderland seem positively sane. Okay, now, I'm not sure what we'll be doing of this. They're going to just clear some of the things because so that they can move. Right. Okay. These are doggy bags. Doggy bags. So you can help yourself to some things. But I'm going to. Sue isn't very well, so she's gone. And I want to beg your indulgence because I want to read you something that Chris wrote. I'm afraid I can't be here and not talk about my husband. He walks with me every day, as God does, And there's one for each family of these. They're 2 poems. Sue, Robin, and a group of us got together one Valentine's Day, and we all had to bring, the men had to bring a poem. By the time Chris had read his 2, I rather think people lost a bit of heart in reading theirs, if I remember right. But then that was a gift he had. So I'm going to give you this, which has got one of his poems on, and I'm going to read you what he wrote to me in 1981, which is called A Prayer. Because for me he's here, and you know, he would have organised this, so I say to him, hey, this is a bit rough. I don't organise my own, you know, but that's life. But it's been not an easy 10 years. It'll be 10 years in a month. And you know, I'm going to be really honest with you. There's a bit of me that says, why is it that none of you have walked that path at all? All of you, every without exception, have all got your partner still with you 10 years on. And I think, that's a bit. But then I think, no, because that will come. But it would have been nice to know that somebody would have understood personally a little bit. That would have been nice. But I'm just so pleased that none of you have had those 10 years. Anyway, you should have one between 2 to read this. As I say, this is, you're indulging me now.
Thank you.
But there's one for each family to take one away.
Yes.
I'll read, in fact, I'm going to be mean enough to read both. This was the Valentine's one, and it's a strange one to think on a Valentine's Day. Love symbol. Love's symbol is the heart, red raw. Love's bloom, the rose with piercing thorn. Love's pledge, the ring that forms a chain. Love's fruit, the child born in pain. Love's height is Christ with nail-pierced hands. Love's depth in Mary weeping stands. Love's length is measured by a shroud. Love's breadth enfold the endless crowd. And did we know when love was young, and our first songs of love were sung? Did we not know that love is vain which fears to know love's crimson stain? So bleed we will, if bleed we must, though all be lost in darkening dust. But let our blood flow mingling down, till one in death we lift love's crown. So he wrote that in 1999, and this one was much earlier. He was away at a training course for Youth for Christ. So this was 1981, written to me, called Prayer. My Lord, I used to think it strange that when a marriage was arranged there could be love. But now I see how from your royal throne you pleased that love should be your instrument, whereby you gave her hand in mine and made us one. And Lord, I thank you for the beauty of your thought made flesh and life and tenderness in her. And thank you that you made me incomplete, apart, a piece, that we two joined should be a whole, yet still apart, and ever joining hand in heart, until your bride is one, and one in you, the cosmic consummation of all in Christ, and Christ in all is all. Shalom. And I just think I'd like to think that for each of us to each other, that's our marriage prayer. So that's why I thought, I'll bring that and share that prayer for you to take for your marriages and your own relationships. So that's nice.
Can I just say thank you from all of us. It's been so nice to be invited, hasn't it, to share Sheila's birthday with her, and she's flown over and flying back again. I think before you go we ought to sing for you. So, shall we have happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sheila. Happy birthday to you.
thank you. Well, it's just been lovely to see you. As I said, the people are here from everything. Martin and Celia were involved with Youth for Christ when we first came. There's a whole group here that were Who Is This Jesus? There's another group here who came and put our millennium meal on in Derby, and oh, it was a fun night, wasn't it? There's those that nurtured me spiritually and looked after me. It's not bad to have 3 reverends at a doing, isn't it, to look after that side? So to Jeffrey and Keith, and Chris, they were a blessing to our lives and the different things we did. And then my neighbours and some church friends. So that's what I wanted to say. You're here because you put something into our lives. I still say our, because we were both here from Nottingham. And for that, I'm very grateful. So it's been lovely to see you all. And you have one further. You thought this was a pleasure. I'm going to ask you, which is partly why Sue's gone. One of the highlights for us, and a lot of us, was the production of Who Is This Jesus? And I thought we would just about finish, because I said it would be about the 2 hours and they wanted to hear, but there are goodie bags here. So please, I don't want any